Fallout 4 has been rated M for mature by the ESRB. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey guys, this is AJ22 coming in with some more Fallout 4, and we have arrived here at Acadia, a decent distance away from Far Harbor, and our guide, Old Longfellow, apparently first name Old, last name Longfellow, has decided to stay on with Piper, Nick, and I as a protector and guide, even after having already succeeded in getting us here without us dying, which is great because he's freaking hilarious and loves to drink, and of course Melanie also loves to drink, so already they feel like kindred spirits. There's no one out here, but it definitely looks like people could come out here, like this is a defensible place, and yet Longfellow still seems to think that the Acadians, the synths who live here at Acadia, will know that we're here and that we're coming to talk to them. So I want to look around a little bit out here. Okay. I want to look around a little bit out here. If they already know we're here, then obviously they and they didn't send anybody out to meet us. Obviously they don't care if we take a look around. So I'm going to do that. And so far, nothing has been labeled stealing, which is pretty interesting. Do they just trust us that much? Also, the observatory is huge. I mean, I'm assuming that's what this is. It's definitely what it looks like. Is that a lighthouse or something way off in the distance there? Interesting. So is this all Far Harbor? That's cool. I'm gonna head back down now and go inside. And actually there's something around here. Defense station thing. This looks like it's actually beyond the walls of the town, so let's head back in. I don't want to get attacked by anything and die yet. I try to wait to get myself killed until at least halfway through the episode. Alright, let's head inside. A society of free synths. Guys, this is something that I've been gearing towards trying to build myself for quite a while.
You know, when I first climbed this mountain above the fall, I thought to myself, now here is a metaphor worth taking in. You've entered a place of clarity, understanding, peace. While you're here in Acadia, synth-kind welcomes you, as long as you welcome us.
What are you?
I told you. I'm the old synth on the mountain. I know the plastic skin and tubes out the back can be unsettling, but I want to ask you to look past that. Tell me why you're here, and I'll try to help you.
Alright.
I came here looking for Kasumi Nakano.
Really? I'm impressed. Few would brave the kind of journey you've had for the sake of someone else.
No, I'm not few people, I'm me.
She's safe and unharmed, and you're free to see her if you'd like.
Interesting.
Before you do, though, tell me, do you think Kasumi is a synth?
It seems
We're
like it
not
is literally
answering any
impossible
more
for her to be a
questions
synth.
until you play straight with us. Just who the hell are you, really? There's only one synth with that kind of face and a mind of his own. And I only see him when I look in a mirror.
Nick? It can't be you.
Don't give me that. What are you trying to pull? I've never seen you before in my life.
Please, if you're willing to give me a chance, I can explain.
This is interesting.
Is this a joke? Do you really know, Nick?
Let me tell you what I know, and you can judge for yourself. We were prototypes, Nick. The first synths capable of independent thinking and
I
judgment.
kind of had a feeling about
Keep
that.
talking.
One of the Institute's experiments had to do with how our brains could process personality. If we could handle individualized feelings and behaviors, I was allowed to develop mine based on experience. But with you, they wanted to try transferring an entire personality into you. It took several attempts before the personality imprint worked. I saw you wake up not knowing who or what you were so many times. I couldn't let them do it to you anymore. We were the only two prototypes they made. I literally saw myself in you.
That's really
You were
interesting.
my brother, Nick. I helped you escape the Institute. We left together.
If I were your brother, I'd remember.
That's where you'd be wrong. This happened over a century ago. There's only so much memory that can fit into the prototype brains we have.
Ah, I've heard enough. I think you and I need to talk about this. Maybe not now, though.
Okay.
Is it really possible that you wouldn't remember any of this?
You mean between the Institute failsafes, the beatings I've taken over the years, and plain old age? Or are you buying this whole "there's only so much room" of their argument? I don't know. It's not like we've got the instruction manual.
Alright, let's...
We need to get back to why we're here. Kasumi Nakano.
Nick,
Just for now,
I
at least.
don't need you to believe me. I'm just glad to see you again.
Okay, that actually makes me trust him a little bit
Whenever
more,
you're
that
ready,
he would feel that
I'll be
way.
Here. Now, about young Kasumi. It's important that you understand exactly why she's
I think I already figured out
I
why she's
asked you
here.
before if you think she's really a synth. If you could indulge me with an answer.
Well, based on what we know, it really doesn't seem like it's possible that she's a synth. I'm going to ask him why he wants to know that.
Why are you asking?
Because she came here with that very question. And the answer changes every part of her world. None of us take this transition lightly. She's facing the possibility of her entire life being a lie. That someone stripped her very identity from her and made her into something she isn't.
Which, if that were the
I want
case, would
you
be
to
horrible.
Understand that before you see her.
But I don't think that's the case
She
here.
has a chance here to live as a synth, not hiding, not pretending to be something else. One more question, if you'll indulge me. You're here for Kasumi, but I suspect there could be another reason you came to us. Tell me, are you a synth?
Okay. Let's run through this really quick, guys, using my powers of deduction. I thought way back when I first started this game that this is the direction that this was going to go, that, like, it was going to turn out that the whole beginning at Sanctuary Hills,
All right.
was programmed into our brain so that we wouldn't question our situation when we woke up. But there is nothing more advanced than a Gen 3 synth. There's nothing more human than that. which means we would have to be a Gen 3 synth.
Careful with your words.
Dude, stop interrupting my thoughts. It's rude. We would have to be a Gen 3 synth. We spent enough time in the Institute that we know for a fact that there's nothing more human than that, in terms of synths. So even excusing the fact that we know that this character has a history before Sanctuary Hills, because Sanctuary Hills still exists, and that message
Take your time.
from her husband exists, and all of that, she's affected by radiation. Synths are not affected by radiation. She can't be a synth. Which, if they had left it more ambiguous, I could see this being a really profound question here, but as it stands...
Careful with your words.
Dude, stop doing that. As it stands, it's a little too late to make us question this at this point, and it just comes off as kind of silly.
I'm a human being, not a synth.
Are you sure? I don't mean to question you, but what's the first memory you have?
Okay.
I'm not going to tell my life story to someone I barely know. Let's hear your answer first.
I was in a laboratory. In the Institute. They were pulling pieces of my head out. Something about wanting to test some new... That was every day
okay, that was
for
weird.
months. Strapped down. Operated
I hope
on.
you guys saw the subtitle there. I don't know why it skipped a little bit.
I was out. The Institute has fail-safes to strip memories that could identify where they are, how to find them. But I do remember being quite content. I was free. That is my earliest memory. Now, yours?
Okay, so it looks like the game is actually going the route that I kind of thought it was going to way back when I first started the main quest. But we know that this character has memories from before the day the bombs fell. This is inaccurate.
All right.
Because she got that message from her husband and was able to... Like, she knew the context of it. So she has to have memories from before the day the bombs fell. There's really no way that she can be a synth. Sorry, writers. Sorry, game designers. It's not going to work.
I was with my husband. We were getting ready for the day. I had to take care of my son, Sean.
Oh yeah, there's also Sean.
And
The fact that his human DNA was used to make the synths, and his DNA was similar enough to ours that we were left alive.
But no memories
In case he
before
died.
then? No childhood? Your first best friend? Your first kiss? That's usually a sign. Data is easy to migrate, but feelings... That's a hard thing to transfer into another mind. Isn't it funny how a memory can feel like a whole different reality? People, places, even sounds and colors can change. Or someone else has changed them. I won't lie to you. There will always be other explanations. Trauma, disease, the background radiation. They all take their toll. But I can promise you that you will be accepted here. Whatever you decide is true for yourself.
Okay, so there's a literal factual inaccuracy. Background radiation doesn't affect synths. So if I was a synth, the background radiation would not degrade my mind. Him even mentioning that means that he doesn't believe I'm a synth either.
Take your time.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not a synth. End of discussion.
I understand. I won't...
I might have to do a video on this, to be
Arcadia
perfectly
is
honest.
open to you. Feel free to walk the grounds. Introduce yourself to my co-founders, Faraday and Chase.
Okay, so there's other
Sue
prominent
is
synth
usually
characters
working
here.
down
That's good to
below,
know.
Whenever you wish to see her. Is there anything else you'd like to discuss before you go?
Even if the girl isn't a synth, and I'm pretty sure that she's not, this could still be a good place for her to make a new life for herself if this guy really is as accepting as he says he is. I'm gonna ask him about Acadia
Tell me
first.
more about this place, Acadia.
All I want is to bring as many synths here as I can, and give them a chance to know what they really are. To
It
embrace.
seems admirable,
Beyond
but
that,
I don't know that segregating them away from everybody is the right choice.
I don't have any grand plans for expansion. Just existing as we are now is enough.
Okay.
Was there anything else?
Yeah.
Who are you? What's your
Probably gonna be
story?
some of the same information we
I came
got,
to this
but
island over a century ago, hiding from my creators, the Institute. But after my escape felt secured, I was left with nothing. No programmed task. No false memories. I spent a year just sitting in a cave. Just sitting.
wow.
One day, it finally occurred that maybe I could decide for myself what to do.
Sounds
Who
like
I
that's the
was.
moment he achieved real sapience.
I've been doing that ever since. Was there anything else?
Like, obviously he was able to make choices before that for himself, but it seems like that's the moment he achieved true personal sentient sapient will, which is kind of interesting.
You should know. The Institute has been destroyed.
What? It's over? No more courser hunts?
Oh, so they didn't even know,
No more
and the
slavery?
Institute's been looking for him, it
But
looks like.
that also means the technology to make the synths is lost. Our origins have been buried. Not to mention the loss of human life.
I actually
Sorry.
think this guy is really good.
I'm not going to judge the actions of
I think he's
someone
actually a
who's
really
right
good
now
guy. Wow.
Great evil. You have our gratitude. Is there anything else you need?
I'm part of a group that helps synths. A railroad.
Really? I don't understand why a group dedicated to helping synths would convince them through fear that their only option is to hide.
Okay.
Yes, they volunteer for the memory wipe. Yes, not knowing you're a synth makes it harder for the Institute to find you. But the cost, I know how frightening it is. The risk of capture. But sacrificing what you are, avoiding the true struggle to be accepted as our own form of life?
Let's actually talk about this for just a second. The synths didn't know that a place like this existed. I mean, the railroad, rather, didn't know that a place like this existed. Where synths could come and live in safety as synths.
Take your time.
Yeah, I'm going to take my time. Just shush. They genuinely thought that the best way to help synths, with the Institute still in power, was to wipe their memories and make them think that they were human. Now that the Institute isn't around, they don't want to do that anymore. They want to help...
Careful with your words.
Stop it.
Admirable.
They want to help the people of the Commonwealth understand that synths aren't a threat, so that they can be integrated into society as synths. With the Institute gone, the railroad has moved past that. So let's go through some of these dialogue choices and see if the game actually remembers to bring that up.
Are you saying you don't want the railroad's help?
It's not about that. It's about how you've let fear blind your cause.
It's not fear, it's caution. There's a difference.
Ideals aren't going to protect escaped synths. We do what we have to.
I know that's what you think. I just... No, I shouldn't judge. I'm over here, far from the Commonwealth. In relative
Exactly.
safety.
Okay, good. So the game is
there
bringing it
anything
up.
else you'd like to discuss?
Good.
So, everyone here in Acadia is a synth?
I'm actually really curious
Yes.
about this.
Either they were escapees we managed to find before the Institute could, or they were victims of a mind wipe, and we revealed the truth to them.
Oh, I don't like that second one. I don't think he's right about all of those. I think he's very eager for synths to overcome the mind wipes and return to him, and I think that's kind of what happened with this girl. He thinks she's a synth, but she's not, and there's really no way to tell with a Gen 3 synth.
Careful with your...
I should get going.
Of course.
Oh, this is very interesting.
A long time. Are you feeling all right?
I'm fine. You worry too much.
Sometimes I feel like you don't worry enough. You know we blew 3 more relays this week. I'm coming in. You stay right there.
Okay. Where's this Faraday person?
I was having a hard enough time keeping up with repairs before all this nonsense with the atom lunatics.
They're nothing you need to be concerned about.
It's not them. I'm concerned about you, Dima. You can't solve all the world's problems. Certainly not all at once.
Dearest Faraday, relax.
See,
All will be fine.
Dima seems like a good guy, but he also comes off kind of like a cult leader, which is freaking me out a little bit.
Hey,
So, you've talked to Dima. You know why we're here. I certainly hope that you'll consider helping us. Dima's vision is worth fighting for.
you're right. It is a good cause. Synths definitely deserve to be safe, just like everyone else.
It's so good to hear that. Very encouraging. Please, make sure Dima knows that as well. He's put so much of himself into this. All his time and energy devoted to helping others. He never stops to think of himself.
Really dark in here.
Sometimes I worry about... Well, if I wasn't here to make sure
brighten
his
this up a little
equipment
bit in
is all
post.
functional. And that's not even mentioning maintaining the fog condensers. So
I'm
many
interested
things
in
to
that.
keep track of.
Seems like he's lucky to have you helping.
Thank you. That's very kind.
So,
Can you tell me about the fog condensers?
Oh, those? Dima and I designed them when it became clear the fog was only getting worse. They're effective, but have such a limited range. Dima insisted we provide them to the people of Far Harbor, and I'm so glad we did. Without the condensers, I'm not sure they'd have anywhere left.
see, these guys seem like such good people.
If there's anything I can do to help out, just let me know.
I feel
if
like
you're
they're
determined to help. There is something you could do.
a little
It's
misguided.
likely somewhat dangerous, though, so I understand if you'd rather not. There's a boat along the coast of the island. It was transporting some hardware we needed. Storage drives.
Okay.
The boat never finished the trip, you see. So the drives are still out there. I could really use them here for extra parts, if nothing else. My understanding is that the boat wrecked southwest of here.
Okay.
So, does this sound like something you could handle?
Yeah, probably, but I want to ask about details first.
What happened to the boat? Why didn't it make it?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Trappers, fog crawlers...
Alright, so it doesn't seem like
no
there's
end to
anything
what's out
nefarious
there.
about this.
What might still be out there. The point is that we already lost someone once. And I don't want to see that happen again.
Okay.
So,
That's
Are you
why
up
he
for
seemed
it?
a little reserved about asking me.
Sure thing, Faraday. I'll get the drives for you.
thank you. I really do appreciate it.
Okay. Data recovery. I'd like to go... I don't want to take any of their supplies. Seems rude. It's so dark in here. I want to go find... Was it Chase, I think? These consoles are cool. Okay, it actually says stuff, but nothing actually coherent. Okay. Are they all the same? Yeah, it looks like they're all the same. Okay. There's a interior quest marker, it looks like. Okay, I'll go in there in a minute. I want to check this room first. It's a neat light. Faraday's terminal locked. Master. Alright. Faraday's already in here, okay. Alright, I noticed back when I was talking to Dima.
Kasumi here. I'm impressed. Perhaps not as quietly or efficiently as possible, but thankfully she was never in any real danger. I'm afraid your journey was unnecessary.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like she's actually... she's actually in any trouble. I mean, her parents are still going to be worried about her, but it doesn't look like we needed to rush quite as quickly to get to her as we thought we did.
I wanted to see for myself that she's safe.
You have my word. Acadia is a safe haven for synths. Were it not, I would not have aided anyone in reaching it. Every synth I've tracked down, every synth convinced to come here, has been assured that he or she will come to no harm. My job is to make sure they all remain safe, no matter what.
Is she a courser?
How do you manage to track down synths and bring them here?
I have a network of contacts throughout the area. Some from my time with the Institute, some after.
She's a courser.
I know the Institute's tactics, and use that to my advantage. You have Dima's blessing, so by all means, make yourself
That is
comfortable.
very cool.
So, what's your story?
At least...
I used to be a
Yeah,
courser,
okay.
returning synths that had escaped from the Institute. I was tracking a synth and instead found Dima. He convinced me of the truth and the error of my ways. I rejected the Institute, made sure they couldn't track me, and dedicated my life to instead helping synths find
That
freedom.
is so cool.
I'd like to help you all. Is there anything I can do?
Actually, as a matter of fact, there is. If you're serious about contributing, well, we've got a situation I need someone to look into. You've had some experience traveling around the island, so you may be decently equipped to handle it.
What's the problem?
We were expecting a new synth to arrive, and he should have been here by now. There's been no sign of him, and I'm concerned that he might have become lost on the way here.
Interesting.
You have any leads on where he might be?
She's a courser, so
You should
I'm
start
sure she
by talking
does.
to Brooks in Far Harbor. He's one of us.
Interesting.
A synth. He's the one who meets the new arrivals and gets them started on the journey here. Of course, he's not likely to tell you anything without proof that you're working for me. If he doesn't cooperate, tell him that his designation is L792. That should convince him. That's as much help as I can give
That's
you for now.
really interesting.
Please, hurry. If that synth is out there alone,
I wonder...
he won't last long.
I wonder if the people at Far Harbor know that there's a synth living with them. I can think of at least one guy who wouldn't be happy about it. Oh, wow, okay. That opens up some complicated story possibilities. I'm loving this DLC so far. It's so good. I mean, dear lord. Alright, so this is like right underneath the observatory.
Acadia may not look like much from the outside, but it's all some of us have got. It certainly wasn't what I was expecting, but it means there's hope, right?
Yeah.
That's a good attitude. Hope can get you through the worst of times.
Believe me, I know. When I first escaped, I had no idea what to do with myself.
Wow, so like...
I was so lost.
There's
So
a bunch of
scared.
characters
But I
here
heard
with their own
rumors of
stories.
Chase and what she was doing. That she was bringing people to a safe place. A place just for
I'm
us.
surprised Chase
Now here
never
I am.
got in touch with the
For all it's
railroad,
worth.
though. Told them about Acadia and informed them that there was a better option for the synths. Or at least a second option for the synths.
So now you're here. What comes next?
I don't know. I really don't. I've just got to keep telling myself I'm better off
I
here.
like this
than
guy's
dead.
voice. Alright, it doesn't seem like he's quite satisfied with this place, but happy to be alive, which is good.
Did you need something?
How do I get in there?
I've just got to keep telling myself I'm better off here than dead.
So, I understand you've seen a good bit of our island. What do you think?
The term hellhole comes to mind.
Perhaps a bit harsh, but the environment certainly can be unforgiving.
Yep.
This island,
For people
with
who
all
are
of its
affected by
danger and
radiation, like me, a
predates
human.
and I. The ecosystem isn't what it once was, but it has adapted, and it will continue to adapt. long after we're gone. What's important, really important in the long run, is understanding it, and then passing that knowledge along to those who will follow us.
It's a good way of thinking.
So, what exactly are you doing?
As much as I can, given limited resources. Cataloging specimens, observing evolutionary trends, compiling data for future generations.
Just trying to figure out how this
I
whole
should note that I'm not
mutation
fully versed
after the
in human
apocalypse
anatomy,
thing works,
but I'm your
looks
best
like.
chance of medical assistance should you require it.
Okay.
Since Dima has approved of you, I'm more than willing to offer help.
Okay, can you tell me about this place?
What can you tell me about Acadia?
It was originally a place of science. I like that about it. Feels like
Good
home
attitude.
in a
I
way.
like her.
I don't mean the Institute when I say home. More that, I don't know, that abstract feeling of belonging someplace. We all belong here, in our own way. Dima's to be thanked for that.
Okay, you had more to say, I thought.
Hi.
Can I help you?
I'd like to help you with your research.
Oh, well, that's thoughtful of you. Okay. What can we have you do? There's a flower native to this island, a species of the genus Aster, that has survived remarkably well. It doesn't quite have the brilliance of color that I understand it once did. Before, well, before the war. I'm personally rather fond of them.
I can tell.
But lately have been investigating secondary chemical properties they possess. If you could bring me additional samples, it would speed up my research.
Okay.
I can offer you a meager amount of caps, if that makes the idea more
I
appealing.
honestly don't even care about that.
I have some flowers for you.
I'm sorry, is this a joke I'm not in on? If you do actually find any, I'll be happy to
Okay.
take them.
Why does it even give you the option to say that then? If you don't have them. That was interesting. Alright, so the girl is further
Sounds
down.
like you got the all clear. So what's your story?
I came here looking for Kasumi.
Oh, isn't that sweet? That Kasumi's a good enough kid, I suppose. A little confused, maybe. But then, aren't we all? Not that anyone's asking, but I'll tell you. It all gets easier to deal with when you realize none of it matters. What you are, where you came from, let go of all that, and life gets simple.
I like that.
Is there anything you care about?
I mean, staying alive is preferable to not. Beyond that, what's the point of caring? Anyway, lately I've taken to amusing myself with trading. Don't have much to work with, but I'm always happy to make a good deal. Let me know if you need something. I probably won't have it, but let me know anyway.
Alright, I might as well see what he's
Sure.
got.
Let's take a look.
Now we're talking.
He actually has quite a lot. I was surprised. He's really underselling himself. Bought some ammo, that's really it. Alright, it sounds like everybody here's got a story.
Acadia may not look like much from the outside, but it's all some of us have got.
Yep. Take the stim back. They don't need stim packs. What was I saying? Oh, it seems like everybody here has a story and a unique name and everything, which is great. I don't really have time to talk to all of them right now, because I'd like to talk to the girl, Kasumi. Keep forgetting what her name is. This is interesting. It doesn't look like... Yeah, don't draw attention to the fact that I was taking that. I have this thing about leaving Wonder Glue behind. It doesn't seem like people come down here very often. A lot of workshops. Okay. So there are places to explore here, though, that aren't readily accessible, even though we've been accepted into the place. Is he singing, like, sea shanties or whatever? That's cool. It's awesome. Like this one, for example. What's behind here that it's locked? Assuming that I can actually unlock it to find the answer, of course. There we go.
Nice.
Just another
You might
mostly
need me
empty room,
around
okay.
in a second.
Should take some right away.
Thanks. What did I miss?
Alright. Take some jet to resell. They don't need jet either, it shouldn't affect them. It's interesting. So why are some of these places locked? Just to give the character an obstacle? The famed Kasumi.
Kasumi Nakano?
Sorry, I'm right in the middle of something.
What's that you're working on?
Just trying to cobble some pre-war junk into something usable. Now, do you mind telling me what you're doing here?
I'm a detective. I was hired to find you.
You're a what? You came all this way... for me?
You left without telling your folks why. You must have known they'd be worried.
Look, my mom and dad... I mean, those people that were taking care of me, they wouldn't
Wow.
let me back. Not if they knew the truth.
What do you mean?
I'm not their daughter. I'm a synth. I thought if I just left, it would be easier for them. How would that conversation have gone anyway?
Said you
I've
wanted to
been lying
leave
to you
and
this
you're an
whole
adult
time?
and made them let you and not told them
Your
that you
real
thought you
daughter
were a
is dead
synth.
and I replaced her?
You haven't replaced anyone. Kenji and Ray are still your parents.
I really wish that was true. If I wasn't a synth, things would be so much simpler. Acadia isn't what I thought it was. There's more going on here than just the refuge.
Really?
But I can't leave until I've gotten to the bottom of it. I've been running long enough.
Interesting.
What kind of problem is there in Acadia?
It's a long story. I just have to figure out how to... Wait, you find things. Track down answers.
Yes.
That's what you do, right? That's why you came after me.
Yep.
What if I told you that there's a secret? A big secret here, on this island. Something way more important than just one lost girl.
All right. I'm listening.
Okay. Where to begin? You saw all those computers that Dima's hooked up to, right? They hold his memories, or offload data from his brain.
Interesting.
Or maybe some combination of both? Well, Faraday asked me to help do some repairs on them. And, you know, I got curious. There's like a century's worth of life experiences in there. And that's when I see it. Data models Dima has been making. One was the fog taking over Far Harbor. Another was a nuclear detonation on the island. Plus, death counts.
Oh,
What if Dima
wow.
is so open and welcoming because he's actually hiding something from us? A plan to wipe out the rest of the island.
We should get to the bottom of this. If Dima is putting on an act, we need to know.
Yeah, I get the sense that Melanie wouldn't be quite as quick to buy this as Kasumi is, but it's definitely worth looking into.
I'll help if I can, but that's not much to go on.
I know. I've been working on that, but I haven't had much luck. I keep seeing Dima, Faraday, and Chase head into the laboratory at the other end of the hall. Then they come out later looking like they've been arguing. There's actually a storage space right next to there. It'd be a perfect spot to hide and eavesdrop. But it's been locked up. I've also tried breaking into Faraday's terminal, since he and Dima are so close, but the security on it is crazy.
I'll figure this out. Just stay here.
Okay. Good luck, and come back as soon as you've found anything.
From one case to a new one. It's never easy for us, is it?
If Dima really does have...
I swear someone has the key to that storage room. Maybe Cog? He's always moving supplies around as they come in.
Interesting. If Dima really does have some secret, I want to find it myself. I don't want to risk talking to him. So I'm assuming she's talking about this one here. What's this terminal? What's on this one? Current... Alright, let's look at these past projects first. Reconstruction surgery? Okay. This is interesting. Dima upgrades. Okay, open it please, thank you. Vacuum tubes resealed after corrosion, noted in multiple occasions. Adaptive sealing motors recalibrated. No additional instances of Dima becoming entangled in memory access apparatus. Okay, so that's a risk, then. Power couplings upgraded. Personal note, I am concerned that we are approaching the limits of what Dima's internal power source can safely accommodate. Too much more of this and he risks overworking himself. It sounds almost like he needs a new body, but I don't know how they deal with that. Internal motors reworked to correct problems with units becoming off balance. Demon's proposed upgrade for flow intake integrated. Power consumption reduced by 7.2%. Feedback from Far Harbor representatives taken into consideration. Demon's precise words were noted and ignored. Why? Interesting. So they seem like good people, but they seem like good people concerned with the welfare of everyone, but I'm starting to get the sense that that's not actually the case. I can't get in there. Nick, where are you at? Nick. Nick, come here.
Hey,
I'll see what I can do.
think you can unlock that terminal?
Good plan.
He has a better chance of unlocking it than I do. Is he actually... Okay, there we go. Come on, buddy, don't let me down.
What on earth? How are they... Oh. Oh.
You guys don't crash.
Sure, that was gonna do it. Right. Let's try a slightly different approach. John, it's not gonna budge.
Alright. You couldn't open it, could you? No, probably not. Alright, so somebody's got a key to this thing. Let me take this fuse, because these guys are pissing me off now.
Such thing as junk, as far as I'm concerned.
I need to download a mod that turns that off. All of them talking at once. Can you, like, lockpick things by any chance?
Go on.
No, I don't want to talk to you. I want to command you.
Go check that out.
What if I could?
Alright, so you can't unlock doors. Piper can't unlock doors either, and neither can Nick. So, I can't even remember who she said might have the key. I don't think I ever unlocked master hacking. Actually, let me check that, because now that I think about it, I don't know for sure that I've never unlocked master hacking.
Security's too
Okay,
tight.
I haven't. There. At least I remembered to check. It's a step up from what I usually do, which is fumble around with no real indication of what it is that I plan to do or how I plan to do it. Okay. Take that too. Why do they have so many stim packs? They don't use stim packs. Whoa. Sorry, buddy. Apparently there's a quest marker there. Where is that? Is that where I just was and I didn't even see the quest marker? Are you kidding?
I'm better off here.
Dude, get out of the doorway. Yeah, it's literally in the place that I was, and I didn't even see it. Cog's journal. Helped Faraday move some of Demon's equipment in the observatory area. Bad enough that those things are so damn heavy, but Faraday always insists I empty my pockets in case I'm carrying something that would disrupt the sensitive instruments that blah blah blah. Look, I get it. The boy's in love, but okay. I could whack the computer with the sledgehammer, it wouldn't damage a damn thing. So we're in the upper deck of the observatory. I finished putting everything I got on the table, and Chase comes in and starts yelling at Faraday about some emergency meeting they're supposed to have. So of course Faraday leaves me to push around the computers on my own. I went to Dima and complained, but he just says I need to focus on the negativity within and accept the people around me as they are. Okay, so this cog guy, wherever he's at, is that one of the people I already talked to? I don't even freaking know. This cog guy isn't too happy with this place. I might be able to convince him to give me this key that he has. I've got a couple other quest markers. Oh, there's another way down? Did I see this when I was down here and just don't remember it? Alright, I'm gonna go try to find this cog guy, or... Oops, did not mean to do that. This cog guy, or one of these other places that my quest markers will lead me to, and then I'll check in with you guys once that happens.
From the outside, look around to see where it's all some of us have got.
Whiskey's running low. Better find some more, and soon.
We've got Faraday's terminal,
Nice to be on the
too.
move again. Fewer paper cuts than back home.
We could try to look into. I could see if Nick can get this one.
Hey.
I'm all ears.
Yeah, I know. Just Come on.
See what you can do.
Count on it.
Alright. I'll keep a lookout. You coming? Jeez.
Serious subroutines running on this box, but maybe... Let's see about this. Not that either.
Come on, buddy.
Nope. It's all yours.
Oh, you got it. Excellent. I'm also going to take their rounds, because they're 44s. Of course I'm going to take them. Faraday's journal. Things are bad. Far Harbor and the children of Adam are at the brink of warring with each other, and we're caught in the middle. Okay? It's the fog condensers. We just wanted to protect those people from being wiped out by the fog, but the children of Adam think that's an affront to their god. They probably should have phrased that differently. It threw me off for a second. They want the fog to spread all over the island, specifically Far Harbor, and the people of Far Harbor hate them right back. They blame the children of Adam for spreading the fog, even though that's scientifically unlikely. If Confessor Martin was still in charge of the children of Adam, we might have better chances. Dima and the old Confessor go way back. Martin was the one that found Dima in the old submarine base. And when Arcadia was founded, it was Dima who... Come on. There we go. For some reason, my key presses, whenever I try to turn pages, or I guess page forward in the terminals, it never works on the first press. It's weird. Gifted Martin and his followers with the base to serve as their new home. Okay, they renamed the base the Nucleus, and we were originally excited to be working together, making the island a safer place for everyone. But now Confessor Martin has disappeared, and High Confessor Tectus has taken charge. He's a dangerous megalomaniac who wants to destroy Far Harbor at all costs, and he's been threatening us to help him. So, the guy who was in charge of the Children of Adam was accepting of people who didn't believe in Adam as a god. But this new guy isn't, and it looks like he probably disposed of this Martin guy. Worse, Dima has left behind his original memory banks in the Nucleus when he left to found Acadia. He blames himself for his lack of judgment, but he's too hard on himself. The Children of Adam were our friends back when Martin was in charge, and those... Okay, it worked the first time that time. Those memory banks would have been difficult to transport. Dima had plenty of reason to believe they would be safe, locked behind the pre-war defenses that Martin promised never to tamper with. So they're in a pre-war bunker that still has active defenses. Interesting. Dima has been on this island more than a century. Anything could be in those memory banks. If the Children of Adam find a way to access all the data, they could find something that would threaten the whole island. We're running out of time. I've convinced Dima that we need to send someone to get his memories back. Interacting with Dima's offloaded data won't be easy for someone else, so we're working on a computer program together. The program includes a set of instructions that Dima is going to make to help our agent once they're inside the simulation. Okay. They'll also need some tools to hack through the internal security protocols that the memory banks have. I think we should send Chase, but Dima thinks that's too risky. The Children of Adam know her, and if she's spotted, then it's war. We need to send someone else if possible, but who? Well, I am someone else. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to check the system status thing too. Just out of curiosity. Array status online. Okay. Just there to tell us that there's some issues with the memory storage system. At this point, it seems like anything unfortunate that Dima might be involved in, though, is due to desperation. So I'm thinking maybe now it might be safe to talk to him.
Hey, Dima.
What can I do for you?
Alright.
Well, I know you left some of your memories behind in an old submarine base. That you're worried the Children of Adam will get to them.
You've been busy. I was hoping you were taking your time learning more about us. Huh. I suppose you have.
Yeah.
Maybe this is an opportunity for both of us. I can't send any of my people without risking the Children of Adam linking.
Is this the same VA who does Nick?
But
I think it might be.
You're new to the island.
Because they sound similar. It sounds like he's just varying his voice. Or the VA who's doing Dima might be trying to sound like Nick.
All right. I'm listening.
Before I begin, how much do you know? Did you have any questions for me? About Far Harbor, the Children of Adam, or my memories?
You're keeping Far Harbor safe, is that it?
Not exactly. They're fiercely independent. But the fog was starting to choke more and more of the island. So I proposed a trade. We would give them the technology to keep the fog at bay, in return for them being a lifeline to the outside world. A safe dock, and a place to buy supplies.
Okay, so it's mutual interest.
Unfortunately, the Children of Adam view the radioactive fog as a holy portent, and their bloodied history with Far Harbor puts us at odds.
The Children of Adam on this island. You were helping them?
Yes. I know their faith in radiation as a type of god is a bit different. But who am I to judge?
Someone who cares that
I was
people don't
using
die of
a
radiation
submarine
poisoning?
base as a home when Martin and his followers stumbled inside. They had been cast out of Far Harbor for their beliefs. When I left to found Acadia, I knew the base would be in safe hands. They needed a home, a place to belong, just like I did. But now Martin is gone, and his successor, Tectus, wants to finally end the feud with Far Harbor by letting the fog swallow them.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd have more insight, but that's fine.
I know all I need to.
Then my plan is simple. Pose as a recruit and infiltrate the children of Adam.
Interesting.
Gain access to their base. In the old command center, guarded by some pre-war security measures, you'll find my memory banks. I'll give you the program you need in order to access my memories. Bring me anything you find.
I'm pretty sure I already have
It's
the program,
not going
but
to be like a normal hack. You'll be breaking through a version of my own mental network. It'll consider you to be an intruder. I've loaded the program with some instructions I've recorded that will help guide you through it. I'm afraid it's difficult to explain without
sounds like a
seeing it
mini
for
game.
yourself.
I'm probably gonna hate it.
Actually, I already have the program. I was thorough.
Well, I guess that just
Melanie's so
means
proud. I
picked
love it.
the right person for the job. One more thing before you leave. Whatever you do, don't assault the children
Okay,
directly.
so
Our ultimate goal must be to bring peace. If you attack them, they'll consider themselves at war with the outside world.
If we find anything suspicious in those memories of yours, we'll be back. Count on it.
okay. That's what I thought it was leaning towards. I'm gonna go talk to Kasumi before I head out. It seems like the Children of Adam are actually a working faction. Like, you have the Far Harbor faction, you have the Acadia faction, and then there's the Children of Adam keep going down, are a third faction on the island. That's very interesting. I expected this to be like a raid, like we ran in and killed everybody and came back out, but that doesn't seem to be the case. I'm very interested in seeing what directions this might take. Is that aluminum? Can I have your aluminum? Do you care?
What's that for?
I'm gonna nail it to a power armor.
Turns out Dima's earliest memories are in the hands of the Children of Adam. He's afraid of what they're going to find.
So, is that what those dead projections were about? It wasn't Dima planning to destroy the island. He's worried the Children of Adam will. Or is he still hiding something? What could be in those memories that he would leave them behind? Is there really something in them that's dangerous? Do you have a way in? Into his memories? Assuming you can get past the Children of Adam, of course.
I got this program that Faraday and Dima wrote. It's supposed to help me access the memory banks.
Really? How would that work? When I was taking a peek in the computers he has here, Dima was hooked up to his chair. I was just tapping into it. I wonder if you'll need to, connect to the old banks the way he does? Some kind of connection between your head and the computer.
I hadn't thought of
That's
that.
it. And then Faraday's program would be translating Dima's thoughts and data, helping you through any security guarding it. I'm sorry, I'm making assumptions. It's just, well, it's a little exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You'll let me know what you find? I'll keep an eye on
I
it.
love this kid.
I'll get Dima's memories, and then we'll figure out things from there.
Good luck.
Oh, you didn't need to pay me. Oh, that's the wrong button. You didn't need to pay me, kid. I would have done it. Regardless, but I appreciate it. Weirdly enough, this place is like super dark and weird, but I've actually found that I have been able to tell my way around this place better than most places in the game. which is really odd. I still want to talk to that.
I assume you're not planning on
What was his name? I can't remember now. The one who doesn't seem to... The one who seemed to be at odds with Dima, that Kasumi said might have a key to that room. I still want to find that guy and talk to him and see if he has any real reason to be at odds with Dima, or if it's just like a personal clashy thing. Either way, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, because I certainly enjoyed making it. Please, of course, help me out, like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below if you feel so inclined. And if you know of anyone else who might enjoy this Let's Play series, please share it with them, because I would really appreciate it. Either way, this has been AJ22, and I will talk to you guys later.